Gentlemen, welcome to the Startup Prize final announcement. Give yourself a big hand. I will tell you, for anyone who is watching this out there in streaming land, know that you are at the Startup Prize final announcement here in Shreveport, Louisiana. If you've ever done the big prize events, you realize that you're not hearing the uproarious applause, because this is one of the most intimate and at the same time impactful events that we do here at the Startup Prize. And again, you can't see it, but out here is an amalgam of incredibly impressive entrepreneurs sitting directly with the investor judges that really enable them to all work together to create something amazing just by sitting and connecting. So I appreciate all of you guys, and you know, you'll hear more. If being thanked is offensive to you, I would leave now, because I'm going to do this over and over again because you guys are so amazing. So again, we are here to announce the finalists for Startup Prize Focus on Health 2024. But before we get started, it's important to me that you guys all understand, and this of course is to our streaming audience, but also to the people here, you know, how we got here. And we get here through our sponsors. You know, they give us time, they give us energy, they give us money. They're the fuel to our engine. You know, to us, it's a gift to have the people we have in our midst. And if you would indulge me, and by the way, if you think we're quickly getting to the announcement of the awards, sit tight, my friends. Yeah, if you're nervous and you think this is going to happen quickly, it will not. I'm just going to let you know that ahead of time. So I do want to thank the sponsors of Startup Prize 2024. Of course, the Prize Foundation, Louisiana Economic Development, that's Josh Flagg and Secretary Bourgeois. Down south, we have a $100,000 grant this year that was a matching grant. We're deeply appreciative of that. We also had support from the Anderson family, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, Business First Bank, Caddo Management, Caddo Parish Commission, Chaff and Associates. Gay, thank you so much for your support. City of Shreveport, Community Foundation of Northwest Louisiana, Greater Bossier Economic Development Foundation. Rocky, I know you're watching. Thank you so much for everything you guys do for us. Herb McElroy Investel, Callenberg Phillips Investments. I would love to thank my wife Heidi, who is out there, and she definitely contributes a lot more than she'd like to Startup Prize. And again, I appreciate you, and I know you're watching at home. Sorry you can't be here today. Louisiana State University Health Shreveport, North Louisiana Economic Partnership, and Ochsner LSU Health Shreveport. Give them a hand, if you would, please. I also want to let you know that this endeavor takes an army of people, and I use the word in a very non-ecumenical way, blessed to have the people around me that work so hard to make Startup Prize so successful. Again, you know, small but mighty, very manual, takes a lot of heart and soul and lift. And I'd like to thank, and you'll hear from her soon, but Melissa, Amy, Bailey, Katie, Sam, Chris, Felicia, Hope. And then I'd also love to thank our special advisors, that is Mark Newberg and Cliff LeBlanc. And I'd also love to thank Clint McCommon, that looks like he already bugged out. So there he is right there in the back. He was the filmer. Give those guys a big hand if you don't mind. You know, Clint, as soon as the lights go off, he grabs his to-go box of the brunch and then he leaves. But yeah, thank you, Clint, for covering us today. I do want to just quickly, and again, remember, there's a big streaming audience, so I know you guys know this, right? Or you'll know most of this, but this is the fourth year of Startup Prize Focus on Health. So we've been around for about 9 years. Focus on Health has been for the last 4 years, and it really is, again, what is beautiful about what you guys have done as entrepreneurs is to really create concepts that are changing the world, right? This is something where we are so, again, we're lucky to have you in the room, and the work you're doing is something that is impactful to everyone that you're going to be involved with as you move forward with your concept. There are 2 tracks to award. Again, I know that you guys know this in the audience, but we have an FDA track and a non-FDA track. They all got here through the qualifying events, which Melissa will talk about in a second. And each winner will get $10,000 for each track, so you get $10,000 cash. But as we are oft to say here at the Startup Prize, the $10,000 is what? It's a small prize. It is a small prize, and it's important to note that for anybody, $10,000, as I've said, with the resources and the connections you get to the people that you've been able to sit with this weekend, I'm hoping, as I've said before, that $10,000, the cash someone will win, is really just a small part of your Amex bill, right? It is something that you have a whole lot more as far as value goes walking out of here. So while there's somebody who will step up on the stage, there's somebody who will take home one of these cool trophies and a check, that really is inconsequential to me. I mean that, to the connections that we made and the connections we made to each other. So we good with all that? I just want to make sure from the entrepreneurs, I want to see that. Awesome. And again, I also want to thank, I should have done this before, all finalists have the potential of investment. So what's different about the Startup Prize is every single one of the investor judges can invest in you whether you win or not. That is, again, doesn't matter. They can invest in all five, right, which has happened before. The other thing I want to tell all the entrepreneurs is that through Chris Bauer, who's watching right now from Boston, Massachusetts, and Mass Challenge, each one of you will be fast-tracked through first-round applications for Mass Challenge, so that's something else to be excited about. You can give that a hand if you want. But again, it is something that what is of utmost importance to me, and I founded the thing so I can say this, right, is that this is less of a competition and more of a family. And once you come to Startup Prize and once you make those connections with the investor judges or with each other, it's golden and it lasts forever. And I've been around long enough, and I'm going to tell you I'm older than all of you, right? That at the end of the day, what you are creating for yourself here at Startup Prize and being here as part of the final is something that is the true prize. Speaking of one of my true prizes and somebody I get to work with a lot, and I feel very lucky because, it's been hard trying to find somebody who cares about this group as much as I do. We do a lot of sexy things in the prize office. We do film prize, music prize, food prize, comedy prize. I get it. Super sexy, hanging out with filmmakers. But working with entrepreneurs and startups is something that truly has the ability to change the world. And I was very lucky to find this person. I found this person through Food Prize. And then she transitioned over. And again, I am honored to have her on the stage with me. Please welcome to the stage, Melissa Brandon.
I always say Gregory gives the best interview or the best introduction. So if you can ever have him bring you to the stage, just be like, yes, no problem. I'd love that. Thank you, Gregory. And truly, I will say, I think entrepreneurs are incredibly sexy. I'm thrilled to be able to support the Startup Prize, and it is truly an honor to be able to support anyone who comes through this program. I love y'all to death. So just to let everyone know out there, because maybe not all of you are familiar with Startup Prize. Maybe you don't know what these entrepreneurs have gone through. So we start off the year with our online qualifying event. This is an opportunity for any founder to come in to sit with mentors across the spectrum of different expertise levels, to interact with your fellow founders, and really an opportunity to continue to level up. It gives you an opportunity to not only choose those areas that really mean the most for you as you continue to build your business, and it allows you to connect with people that are looking to help you move your business forward. After our online qualifier, we invite everyone to come to Shreveport and be part of an in-person qualifier. And again, this is really that virtual event, but in person. And we all know how wonderful it is to be able to do these virtual events. It lets you connect with people from across the country. But I can tell you that there is nothing like being face-to-face in the same room with people, the connections that we're able to make in that room, the connections that entrepreneurs are able to make with one another, to mentors that can help them continue growing, to investment money that can help provide some other resources that we all know you need. It's really like nothing else. Every startup that participates in Startup Prize is required to attend at least one qualifying event. After that, everyone submits an application if they'd like to be considered for the finals. That application is nothing unexpected, but it's really a chance for you to go a little bit more in depth about your business. Tell us who your customers are. Tell us that problem you're trying to solve, what kind of traction you've made to date. We send this out to our judges, to mentors. Everyone gives us our reviews. And we also truly look at those interactions from those qualifying events. Those mentors are there talking with founders, and we take feedback from our mentors very seriously. At that point, we get our finalists, and we invite them all here to Shreveport, where for me, it really is, Gregory, I think, one of the most unique parts about Startup Prize, and I'm sure the mentors and judges can tell you more about it, the finalists can tell you about it, but it's an opportunity for each finalist to have 1 hour in a room with a panel of judges, experts, investors who are really, truly there to set them on that path. It's almost like a due diligence, but think of it as a due diligence with people that want you to succeed and are looking for ways to help support you and help keep you on that path. And that is what I would say. And what I would say is as well is, if that is something that is of interest to you, like, we invite you to come be part of this. Gregory's right, this is truly a family, and it is an incredibly collaborative and supportive family. And for those of you out here who maybe weren't ready to apply for the finals this year, we invite you to come back. We're all about coming back and providing those resources that continue to help people grow and continue to connect them with the people and the places and the resources that are gonna help you hit that next milestone, that next level. And I think I've said more than enough. I'm sorry, I've added to the madness. And so now I will invite Gregory to come back, and maybe we're gonna award some stuff.
Of course, Melissa is wrong. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Because I think, again, what is important is, remember, this year's Startup Prize was very special. For the first time ever, we hit 70 startups, 70 health-focused startups, representative of 23 states, right? So that's important to note that 23 states showed up here in Shreveport for the second qualifier, which is awesome. Here is what I think is awesome, because for people who don't know me that well, there is a lot of mom in me, right? So and I have a daughter, but I'm very proud of the fact that we had 45% female founders across the board. And I'm also very proud to report that we had 58% people of color founders this year, which is something, and somebody said this to me, which is important, is that this is the way the entrepreneurial world is going. It's a more equitable world, it's a more diverse world, and Startup Prize wants to lead that charge. So that's really important to note. And to even help put a finer point on that, I want to bring up some of the investor judges, because again, I had the opportunity last night to go to dinner with these guys and hear them fawn about the entrepreneurs and the startups for 3 hours straight, right? I mean, not that it wasn't fun. I heard a lot about you guys, and I was gonna let a few people just sort of give you guys some parting words and maybe just some thoughts about the event this weekend. If I could, let me bring up first, I'm gonna bring up Guy Le Breton. Guy?
Well, hello again, everybody, and everybody out there. I connected with the Startup Prize when they reached out to an angel group that I work with, Gulf South Angels, looking for a speaker, and I never looked back. I had such a good time and was having such a good time working with the young companies that were here, that I've come back every year that I could. It got to the point where I turned to my own company, Chaffin Associates, and said it's time to be a sponsor because what's going on in Shreveport is very, very special. It is, from a point of view of an investor, to get to spend the time, the quality time we get to spend with the companies who are, particularly the companies who are finalists. It's rare to get to spend that level of time, and you're not always in a situation where you can have real discussions, give feedback, and of course spend as much time with the leader of the company getting to assess them. So as an investor, it's a very fulfilling and let's hope profitable thing to do. And I thank you, Gregory, for letting me be part of this, because it's just wonderful. Thank you.
Up next, because Gay is kind of the OG, I love that. I'm going to bring up a newbie, someone who I've just really kind of, and again, I have to always qualify things by saying they're non-ecumenical. This is certainly just more sort of platonic, but I really have fallen in love with this dude, and I think that he has been such a great asset to us. Please welcome to the stage venture capitalist Blake Stanfill.
Awesome. So I mentioned this to my fellow judges yesterday, but I was once on the other side of the table of the entrepreneurs, and I'm sorry, as an entrepreneur. So I had a fintech company, and I did a number of pitch competitions and accelerators in Louisiana, and then also in Washington, D.C. And what I saw this weekend, or throughout the last 2 months with the Startup Prize, is a true opportunity for founders to build with each other, to build from mentors and judges, and to really understand and grow their business and themselves as leaders. And so we were truly benefited. I feel like I took more away from the Startup Prize, hearing from the founders and learning about their passions and how they're going to change the world than I gave. And so I look forward to paying it forward and being a part of the Startup Prize as long as Gregory will have me. Thank you.
Up next, I'd like to bring up one of our, like I said, special advisors, Mark Newberg.
And Blake, Gregory's been inviting me back for like 8 years, so I don't think you have anything to worry about. Look, my first trip to Shreveport was for a hurricane evacuation my freshman year of college. My next trip was like 16 years later for Startup Prize, and I haven't stopped coming back since. What Gregory and the team and the community have done with Startup Prize is something that is incredibly special in the country. And we all have this idea of what a startup competition is. And it involves pitching and words like disruption and transformation and catalytic, and that's not what this is. This is about helping startups and entrepreneurs succeed in making the world better through business. And I've never found anything quite like it. There's a reason I come back, and it becomes a community that pays it forward over and over and over again. And the thing that I say every year to the entrepreneurs and to folks thinking about coming down next year, this is a place where authenticity never goes out of style, unless you're authentically a jerk, in which case, don't worry, there are other competitions for you.
Give Mark a hand. I'm gonna do just a tiny audible, just because I think it's important to bring this person up here. I was lucky enough to sit next to him at dinner last night, and he is so wonderfully eloquent in the sense of helping us all understand who we are, what we're about, why we're here, and what we're supposed to do. Please welcome to the Startup Prize final stage, C.N. Robinson, venture capitalist. There we go. Just be real. There we go. And I'm just going to let you know, if I had told him, he might have lengthened the shorts. But love you, dude.
Yeah, Gregory gives me a hard time every year that these get to hang out for a little while with y'all. This is my second year as a judge. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank my business partner, David Calicod, who got me involved with this last year. And just, it's been, Mark, authentically a jerk, right? That's just sat with me for a second. And there's some serious truth to that. This process is this beautiful cauldron that allows people to go through it and really then takes and focuses their company and their business. And that process is as important as the destination, which is today, which is this prize. And I can tell you, Gregory, like last year, I'm going to mention the FDA track winner, Vivify, right? They went through the process. They ended up with at least $750,000 of venture capital after this process. They were able to complete their round, and they're now moving forward. So what I say to you of the entrepreneurs sitting out there, right, this is a unique opportunity. This is a wonderful environment. And then when you're done, we expect you to continue to reach out to us to help move you forward because we are some of your biggest fans, okay? So I can't wait to see who the winners are, right? And congratulations on making it this far. Thank you, David.
And to close out this section, there is one person who sat with me in my office 9 years ago, actually longer than that, but when the concept of the Startup Prize was just starting to be born, this person sat with me and was so kind and helped me untie my knots. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm not a very chill person, and as a result, sometimes as my wife says all the time, it's hard to be around me, and I know that. I think it's hard to be around me sometimes, but this person was patient and kind and really helped lay down the first bricks on the path to us being successful with Startup Prize. Please welcome to the Startup Prize stage, Charlotte Hollyback.
Thank you, Gregory, and thank you for everybody who's here. Thank you for the people who participated in the qualifying rounds and who are out, in Cyberland. For the founders who are here, I wanted to say again, thank you for committing the portion of your life that you have so far to making a difference. And what does that mean to make a difference? Okay, that means that you modify the reality of someone who would otherwise die of an embolism. That means that you have altered the outcome of the life of someone who would have liver cancer and not know it and be treated. You make the life easier. You make a change to people who you will never meet. And that's beautiful. So all the stuff we put you through yesterday, it's to help you do what you're doing successfully. And I love that. That's why I do this every year, is because I'm not on the front lines doing what you do, but I hope to make what you do easier by helping you along the path. I love this organization. It's one of my favorite weekends in the year, is being able to see the founders and the fantastic judges from across the country. And I'm excited to see who's the winner, but you're all winners, and thank you.
What we're going to do now, we're getting very close to the announcement of the awards, is I am going to, and again, remember, there's a streaming audience too. I know you guys know what you do, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read off the finalists this year, and if you would come up, we're going to give you a plaque, and then Jeremy Hernandez right there. Give Jeremy a big hand. He is amazing. We're going to do a big kind of group alumni picture before we let one of each group really step into the light, which again, to us, really, it's great that somebody was picked, but again, you were all picked by these people to be here, and that's the important part. So the FDA track finalists, and just come up, first is Inboa Medical out of West Lafayette, Indiana. Using nature-inspired design, Inboa Medical has developed a novel blood clot extraction device to address the prevalent issue of stroke, the second leading cause of death in the world. Congratulations, Aniel. All right, and you can just kind of hang out back there. Okay, just stand back there. I know Matt's at home with a wife that is in labor, about to get in labor. Taurus Vascular was the other competitor out of Houston, Texas. Taurus Vascular is a medical device company focused on improving long-term outcomes for patients with aortic aneurysms. They are developing a safe, effective, and minimally invasive catheter-based technology, placing a self-deploying stent to reduce the risk of impact and endoleaks after endovascular aortic aneurysm repair, EVAR. So give that a hand too. Matt is at home, maybe with a newborn. We don't know. All right, and so we're going to go to the non-FDA track finalist, Age Diagnostics out of Bethesda, Maryland. Age Diagnostics is using genomic innovation to develop the most accurate blood test for liver disease. These tests help physicians keep patients in monitoring program, reducing financial burden for health insurance, improving patient outcomes through early detection and intervention. Here you go, Rach. All right, up next is OrbDoc out of Atlanta, Georgia. OrbDoc created OrbVoice, an AI-powered dictation application for clinicians, which automatically generates comprehensive discharge summaries from doctors' conversations and EHR data, enabling more quality time with patients and reducing costly readmissions. Sadhu. All right. And the last competitor on the non-FDA track is Vesa Innovations out of Clarksburg, Maryland. Vesa Innovations focuses on parent and child wellness and early childhood development, providing options and versatility not yet available in today's market. Their first product is a sit-to-stand convertible high chair developed with and endorsed by a pediatric specialist. All right, so I'm going to let Jeremy, will you take a alumni pick real quick? No, I'll get out of your way. Can I give you that? Thank you. All right, so give the finalists a big hand, if you would, please. Give yourself a big hand. So now, if I could, I'd love to invite the investor judges to the stage. Everybody, please. I'm going to start with the somewhat anticlimactic one. I know you're at the edge of your seat, Aniel. For those people who are streaming, and of course Matt at home, Taurus could not make it. So as a result, Aniel has won the startup prize. Wait, hold your applause. Let us do a thing, right? I just wanted when Aniel got up, it didn't act super surprised. It was, the audience knows that it's not because he's jaded, it just he knew all along. So, okay, you guys ready? Okay, ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me do it. We got to do this right. I got to do this right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the FDA Track for Startup Prize 2024 is 1, 2, 3, Imboa Medical. Congrats, Aniel. That's right. There we go. There we go. Ready to say some words? Do it. You got a whole audience out there.
I just want to say thank you to Startup Prize and everyone involved, even the investor judges. This was really an awesome experience. This really means a lot to Imboa Medical, and we'll take this motivation on forwards to actually translate this device to the clinic. So thank you.
Yeah.
I feel bad for covering people in the back.
All right, and then do one with the judges too.
Judges, everybody just take a little, come on forward just a little bit. Hop back in there. There, that's plenty. There you go. All right. Right here, hang on to that. Big smiles, everybody. Hold that award up like, yeah, come on, there it is.
All right, give him a hand. Yeah, that's going to be a hard one to get on the plane, but yeah. Don't take it to a bank, but get it on a plane. I want to see it. You'll be the first. All right. So the non-FDA track, of course, had 3 competitors, and again, I'm not kidding when I said that I heard about you guys way too much. I'm like, you can say nice things about the Startup Prize too, but they ended up saying a whole lot more nice things about you guys. But you guys made us shine this year, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And we appreciate it. Melissa and I do. The investor judges appreciate it, and the heart and the soul that you guys put into it is something that we will never forget. So thank you so much. All right. Do you guys know who it is? Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Startup Prize 2024 final non-FDA track is 1, 2, 3. Age Dynamics Diagnostics. Sorry. There you go. Rach. There you go. There you go. And there's, you want to say some words? Here.
Yes. Good morning, good afternoon. Thank you all so much standing behind me. It's an honor to be here. Thank you for the opportunity, the questions, the accountability, the perspectives that went into everything to get each of us here today. I know how much time it takes to review the applications and deliberate and identify great companies. And I'm so appreciative for all of these efforts and the community that is here. I'm so honored to be a part of this, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So, thank you.
Do our pick. I'll take that from you, and then here you can stand in the front, and then Melissa and I'll jump in, and then. All right, then you guys jump back with the investor judges.
Bring that down, bring the whole check lower. There you go. Just lower the check a little bit. There you go. Got it. Hold that. Low it, y'all. Hold it right there. Looking right this way, right this way. Big smiles, like, woo, come on, we won. That's it. All right. Looking good.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to close this out the way we close everything out. Again, congrats to Rachel and Aniel. We're going to give it one last Viva La Startup Prize. You guys ready for this? You guys ready? You guys ready for one last? Hey, come on up. Aniel, come on up, please. You know what? Everyone come up. Karen, come up. Sadhu. James, you can stay seated. All right. So again, this is for our streaming audience. It's for everyone. It's for you guys. It's for all the investor judges. I appreciate you guys so much. We at the Startup Prize really do think that this is the best year we've ever had, and it means so much to us to have you here, right? So on 3, we're going to do it for the camera. Can we do that, Chris? Are we, and by the way, thank you, Chris and Felicia, for everything you guys did today. All right. The close of Startup Prize 2024 is now occurring, right? We're now passing off a la motorcycle Tom Cruise riding through the streets of Los Angeles. We're doing the pass off to 2025. And on that, to close this year off, we're going to give it a Viva la Startup Prize. You guys ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Viva la Startup Prize! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, guys. You guys were amazing. Tell the winners to stay on stage. All right, we're going to leave the winners on stage, and then Jeremy's going to take some pictures.